Welcome back, my goblins, sitting on train tracks eating mac and cheese. It's SJB here. We're playing Chimps mode, obviously. I want to show you guys a really rock-solid strategy right now. Ninja Kiwi buffed a lot of things, and I honestly think this might be the best strategy in the game right now. So I want to show you guys a couple combos that you might want to use. And I've made videos like this in the past. I've made best strategy videos in the past, and usually what I do is I show you guys a Adora, Ninja, Elk combo. Alright, and the reason why that's so great is because they don't really have any weaknesses. They're really good together. Elking both of them is really powerful, and they're just good to use. But one problem that arises is that you do have to build some other towers here to like get started and everything, but the nice thing about the Quincy start is you just get Quincy, and you can beat most maps. Not every map, but most maps right from the get-go with this guy on here, so it's a really good and easy start. Now, in addition to doing this strategy for you guys, I just want to talk about the fact that I am going to be doing a quick baby review, almost. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of the baby story, so pay attention to that, but we'll probably do that a little bit later on in the video after we get the majority of the strat set up here. Let's get going. So first things first, get a Quincy. Next thing, get a Ninja. And third thing, get an Alchemist. Alright, this is, again, sort of similar to the normal way that we start off our best strategy videos. But, obviously, Quincy is the key difference here. So we're going to go for the Elk right here. We're going to leave the Elk on Strong. I'm going to leave Quincy and the Ninja on first for now. Very standard start here. As you get money, buy the top path Ninja. We're going to go Ninja Discipline, Sharp Shurikens, Double Shot eventually, and then the fourth tier here. As far as cross paths go, I'm still a big fan of the Seeking Shuriken. I don't like missing any of my poppet power here. So get that puppy flowing. Once you get him up to fourth here, you can start doing the Elk thing as well. Get him up to 4-2 as well. So as you can tell, even on these tougher rounds, we're doing great. We got to get 4 grand saved up here. We're just going to spend it right away, though. We're going to go Elk him up to third tier here. And as soon as we get the money, we're going to go for that fourth tier. Now, the reason why I like this strategy and this combo in particular is because we have all types of popping power. That's important, especially for a newer player, to just understand that you don't have to worry about any specific type of balloon killing you. Sometimes it's just really terrible, just like, oh yeah, I've got a great strategy going right now, and then round 59 pops up, you're like, oh, crap. I just spent all my money, I don't have anything to defeat round 59. I suck. Life's over. Life is terrible. You know, it can happen to a lot of players, so it's nice to just know we don't have to worry about that surprising us or killing us in any which way. And we don't even really... And we're really good, obviously. Like, look at this. We've got a Moab here. We're going to use our quick ability here. You can see we dominated it. Like, not an issue at all here. And we got a lot of money flowing in. So what do we do with it? All right, here's the next step of the strategy. One of the best towers in the game right now is this Glue Gunner. So we're going to put the Glue Gunner just in front of these guys, but I want to keep them in range of a possible village for later. So we're going to go, like... right about here. Put him on last, not on strong. I like him on last right now. We're going to go for a quick third tier dissolver, and even though it seems a little bit silly, I'm going to go the glue splatter route here. Alright, I'm actually a decent fan of the splatter rate. So I don't know how far we could get with just these towers right here, but this is going to be good for a long time. Alright, this guy does a great job against the balloons, and we kill a lot of balloons right at the front here, so we don't have to deal with them anymore. We don't have to waste our pop power on having them kill them all. Then, Quincy, Ninja kind of wrap around here. We can kill a lot of balloons in the meantime, and they're really good against the Moab class balloons. So we really don't have any grand weaknesses right now. Like, I don't know how far we're going to go, but I just want to kind of like see how far can we go before we lose? How much money can we save up? By the way, check out round 49. Just like unbelievable. When you have round 49 dying at the very front of the map, that's just absurd. Well, in case you're wondering, you can at least make it to round 60 with $37,000 saved up. That's pretty cool, right? 63. There's no way, right? There's no way. There's just no way. Could there be a way? Oh, it doesn't look like there's a way. Oh, I really need to get lucky here with this puppy. Oh, maybe I need to put him on strong. Oh, 63? Oh, there we go. We finally lose to 63. But the good news is we have $40,000 saved up. So what do we do? Well, I was thinking about this puppy right here. We're talking Lord of the Abyss. All right, so I'm going to put him... I'm actually going to put him next to the Elk as well. Yeah, let's put him in the corner here. I think we can actually reach just far enough. We're going to give him like this. We're going to go for a quick fourth tier Lord of the Abyss. We're going to give that buff to everybody around us. And I'm going to go for the middle path combo here. In addition to all of that, I'm just going to buff them all again. We're going to go for more buffs. We're going to go for a quick Jungle Drums Village with a radar scanner. If you got the money, go primary training as well to power up the Glue Gunner. In addition, we're going to change this guy to strong from now on instead of just last. because that's what we want to hit. We want to hit specifically the ceramic balloons or the big balloons and whatnot. You can see the absolute devastation that we are raining down upon these balloons here. 63 has got no chance against us. In fact, that little section right there, we killed them all as soon as they walked in over here. Beautiful. So for a while now, we are going to be golden, dude. Absolutely golden schmolden. And then I'm going to go for a water tower. So this is kind of the weird part. You can go for anything you're feeling, anything you desire, obviously. But I was thinking we would go for kind of a weirder one. I was thinking carrier flagship. All right, so we're going to start off with a quick destroyer. I'm going to go for the middle path combo as well. We got radar scanner over here as well. So now it's just buffs, 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 all mixed together, all compounds together. We basically can't lose. I'll see you guys back in the, late 70s or something. All right, late 70s, we're going great. Like, no issues at all here, at all. Things are going fantastic. Okay. Well, look at this. We just dominate as soon as the balloons get even close. Huh. Whoa! All right, so what do we do next? Well, there's a couple options. If you're feeling extra spicy, you can try to save up for a perma brew. If you're feeling like things are not going that well, I'd suggest aircraft carrier flagship combo. Kind of whatever you're feeling here. And I'm personally a bigger fan of the perma brew if you can make it happen. All we need to do is save up for another couple rounds here, and we should be good. Which way? Now it's finally time. Let's tell you guys the baby story. So, if you guys don't know, I had a baby a couple days ago. I am not unique in people who have had babies. In fact, many people have had babies before. Now, I personally did not have the baby, but my wife had the baby. So I say that we had the baby, or I had the baby. Okay, but that's the facts of the matter. That I did have a baby. It is technically my baby as well, but it's still my baby. It's not like, oh, I share the baby. Okay, so we're all aware of how we're talking about things. I know some people think that I'm being like a anti-feminist or something like that. Like, oh, Chris, you can't have the baby. Okay, deal with it. Deal with it. Ready? Which way? Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so angry right there. I just saw people commenting that I'm like, you guys are just freaking ridiculous. Like, do you realize how you sound right now? Like, no, I don't think that I actually had a baby. Just chill out. Any which way, I want to give you guys the quick process of it all, because some people might find this interesting. Now, my wife got induced, which means that she was past the due date, and they're like, before the baby gets too big or something goes wrong, you should just do it on purpose. So we did. We decided, let's just do it on purpose. We got to the hospital at like 9:30 in the morning, and you kind of had to like schedule it out so like you knew what was going to happen. And I'll admit it, my nerves were a little higher because of that. Like I was like, oh my god, tomorrow I'm going to have a baby. That's insane, right? So I like didn't sleep the greatest that first day, and a lot of this is going to be about the sleep process. Okay, my biggest complaint about the entire thing about having a baby is not the baby itself. It's not even the baby causing you not to sleep. It's the process saying you are not allowed to sleep. Like, no joke. That's really how I feel like it was. Any which way, we started getting induced at 9:30 in the morning for like 12 hours or so. Nothing crazy happened. It was like, just go to... Oh, by the way, we have enough money. Check this out. Check this out. So, at this point, holy crap. If you haven't noticed, this is rock frickin' solid strategy. We buff. We keep everybody in a bundle if possible. We get a perma brew going. Now everybody's getting perma brewed, and we are frickin' amazing. And don't forget, Quincy's only going to get stronger here. Once he reaches level 20, we're even better. And we're going to have a lot of money left over. Now, I don't know if I need to build anything else. I kind of want to like just see. I think we might be actually there. But if I do want to build something else, what do we want to build? And we can go a lot of ways with a perma brew. Well, usually fast shooting stuff is usually your best option. So weird things like super monkeys are good. Sometimes monkey aces are good. Tack shooters are obviously really good. Even a tack zone right here could be like freaking dominant for some reason. But we'll just wait and see if we can just beat it all without. I think we can. Only thing that might be troublesome is either DDTs or the bad, because DDTs are just freaking stupid, and the bad's the bad. So any which way, we got induced, and the entire day kind of went by. Eventually, they're like, okay, we need to like start doing something at like 9 o'clock at night or whatnot. There was a small scare while getting an epidural, I guess, like small complication with that, which was kind of scary with weird painful sensations and stuff like that, so that was kind of sketch. That one actually got my heart beating pretty hard, like, oh my god, I hope something bad doesn't happen. Alright, DDTs, how are we gonna do? Oh my god, freaking fantastic. Perma brew. Frickin' perma brew. Thank you so much, good sir. So we ended up having the baby not on the day that we got induced, but the day after at 1 o'clock in the morning. So we were up for quite a while at that point. At 1 o'clock, they start like getting basically it didn't go super smooth. Let's just be honest. Wasn't like the greatest thing ever. There was a few complications here and there. I don't want to be specific or anything like that. But baby didn't come out breathing entirely. Took him like 2 minutes to get the baby breathing, so like even more complicated and scary and everything. And finally we do like get the baby, they hand us the baby and all that, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. The baby seems like they're healthy-ish and good and everything. They keep us in the room for another like 2.5 hours. And then eventually, like, we're going to take you to the nursery area. So you don't stay in this room that you've been chilling in all day. We take you to an area, and then you, like, get to stay there. So the room that we were delivering in was way nicer than the room that we got to stay in before. By the way, you're Street Level 20 with Quincy. Yeah. And I really feel like this is going super well. Should have easy 60k by the end of the game here. So they put you in this much smaller room, and it's like 5 in the morning at this point or something like that. I don't even know exactly. 3:30. By the time they get us over there and they get us situated and whatnot, the nurse gets us set up and stuff. She's like, okay, now relax. We're like, oh, great, finally, we get to relax for a little bit. So they used to do this thing, like especially if you have like, you know, I don't want to say older parents, but like you're not like 7 years old or something like that. They used to do this thing where they would have babies go to a nursery. So you kind of give birth, and they do a couple things. They kind of bring them to the nursery and they just let them sleep. And the nurses kind of take care of the babies for a while. And they don't do that anymore. They say that you, the parent, are in charge of the baby now. So they just put them in a crib right next to you, and they say, okay, now sleep. And sleep with this baby next to you, and if the baby needs something, you get it. So it's like, okay, this is new, this is interesting. And so the problem with that is that the baby obviously is going to wake you up every once in a while. Fair enough. But the nurses... Okay, the nurses, as soon as we got situated in the room, they did a shift change, all right? So they kind of like at the end of the shift change, the old nurses come in and like get their things done. Then right after that, the new nurses come in and they do all of their things. And then because it was the first day that the baby was alive, all the nurses have to do a bunch of things to the baby. And even though we didn't want to do this specific test, they're like, the doctor wants to do it, so we're going to do it for you anyways. So it was like, okay, fine, all right, whatever. Which was literally just stabbing the baby in the foot for... many times in a row. But anyways, I said in my other video that I hate nurses, okay? And I want to just be straight with everybody. I don't hate nurses because nurses do a bad job, or that they are evil or something like that. I want to clarify really quickly. I think nurses do a fan-freaking-tastic job. I think they have a really, really hard job, and overall, they power through it pretty well. They get a 12-hour shift of a job. You know how awful that is? Especially a night shift where you get to work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's awful. I would hate that, just to be honest. So, I get that they have a really crappy job, and I think that they were all really, really nice to us and everything, but I don't like the way that they do things. They organize the visits and everything. Basically, every single time you get situated and you're like ready to sleep, they just come in and they wake you up. Like, oh, hey, how's everything going? We gotta check your vitals, we gotta do this, we gotta do this for the baby, we're gonna do this and that. She's like, oh my god. Just leave me alone a little bit. Like, the baby's already waking me up, and now you gotta come in and wake me up after this. Now, I get at the same time that you have to check to make sure everything's okay, but I'm telling you, it was just, like, absurd, especially that first day. Because the first day, trying to sleep, obviously, nervous. The second day, have a baby. So, like didn't even get started until 6 a.m., did all the shift changes. And then, believe it or not, there's this weird thing, where the first day, the baby's actually really good. They're kind of relaxed, and they don't really cry much. If they do cry, it's like little baby whine or something like that. But for some reason, there's something called second night syndrome, which after the first, like, 24 hours or so, they kind of just get really mad. They get really upset. They're like, holy crap, I didn't realize this was going to be a full-time gig, that I have to be in the world now with lights and things going on. So they get upset, all right? They get pretty upset about it all. So, basically, same thing again, 1 a.m. to like 5 or 6 a.m., just non-stop, like, not happy with existence at all. Did not sleep well, not do a great job with pretty much anything, but the baby, fair enough. You're allowed to be a little upset. And then as soon as like 6 a.m. rolls around, they do the shift change again, and the baby starts sleeping. So I'm like, yes, finally, we get to relax and actually get some sleep or something like that, until the nurses started doing all their things again. It was maddening. Maddening. All right, by the way, we could actually lose here. I'm kind of curious to see if we will. Woo! Round 99, definitely the toughest round yet, but with 63 grand saved up so far, I am not feeling bad about this at all. All right, bad balloon to clean this up. So, any which way, again, don't hate nurses, but I hated the entire process of the nurses being there. Like, just the amount of nurses and people that come in, the amount of doctors that come in and just check on you and have to check things out. Like, a bunch of them that you've never met before. Like, any which way, it was not the best process, time, thing, ever. And, once we got home, things got actually a lot better. Until they didn't. She had to go back to the hospital for complications from giving birth. So she was actually gone for like 30 hours after that. And unfortunately, we had to, like, you know, ambulance call and, you know, things like that. And I had to take care of the baby for like a full 30 hours on my own. And now that's not automatically the worst thing ever, but it was not something I was expecting because I was obviously nervous about her and nervous about the baby, making sure the baby gets fed now because I had to figure out the formula situation because we were not doing formula before. So anyways, it was just a bit of an odd... Ooh, I think we're going to lose here. I think the bad is probably going to take us down. Finally! Oh, wait! Get it! No, the shurikens were chasing it! So we could do fancy stuff with a lot of different towers and try to, like, keep the money low or anything, but I don't really care. I'm just going to tax zone it. I think this is going to be the most effective tower that we can use here. We're going to use Quincy's ability more quickly, and boom, game over. We win. So any which way, baby's been actually pretty fine. The process of doing it at the hospital was not fun, though. Just not at all. I just did not enjoy that. I felt like I was gonna, like, they were gonna help, but I felt like they just caused more problems than they helped. I kind of understand why people want to do, like, natural births and stuff like that. Like, I get it. That's all I'm gonna say after that. Though I do understand that hospitals have a lot more guidelines and things that they have to do, kind of like for safety purposes, and like I get that. But yeah, that's it, guys. I know this was a really quick video, but just want to say thank you guys so much for enjoying the content. If you want to hook me up and help me out in any way, shape, or form, there's 3 things you can do: press the like button, subscribe, and use my creator support code. That's it. Have a super duper delicious day.